Hey everybody, it's me, Sean. Welcome back to another episode of Ostriv. We are back. So one thing, I did a stream today, and we did pretty well in the stream. We got a little further along than we are here in the game. But one thing I learned in the stream is that we need quite a bit of fields to have enough food for everybody. So I went ahead and I just redid all of our fields here. I set them up. These should each have a yield of 15, which should help us the get through next year. Now, are we going to have enough food to get through this year? That's hard to say. Um, we need more food, let's be honest. But hopefully a trader will show up, maybe, from another town and bring us some more food, because we could buy some then. But we might end up being in trouble and not having enough food. So I probably want to actually maybe put a hold on these homes that I'm building. We need more people to work in our town, but on the other hand, we need more food to feed the people who come to work in our town. So it's a little tricky. Now we can't fish here yet, but we will be able to soon, and the fish will pile up pretty quickly, which will be nice. We do not need this weaver's workshop, that's for sure. Although we do have that hemp kind of piled up, but it's not. Yeah, working on this weaver's workshop probably wasn't the best priority because food is going to be our biggest concern for quite a while actually. So I'm going to put in another fishing dock, and at least there we can go out and try to gather more food that way. That's a pretty labor intensive job. It does seem to use up a lot of fishermen. Fishing people. But anyways, it takes a lot of people out there fishing is what I'm trying to say. Oh, I always forget to activate the fields. So I guess laborers come and help with the with the planting. So in that case, why do we even have workers? I don't get it. Because all they do is plant. Like I'm gonna lay them all off as soon as they're done planting. I don't know. Who knows? This game is a little confusing sometimes. But it's still lots of fun. I'm having a good time, but I just don't. I'm worried everybody's going to starve. We are very, very short on food, and we will be, you know what I mean, until what, August or something when the crops start coming in. I don't think we're going to be able to survive long enough to make it through to that. Although the fish will help for sure as we start getting fish coming in. Hopefully, it will start coming in. Is there anybody we can lay off from other jobs? Well, we need to hire somebody in the smithy. I don't have anybody working in here, do I? Of course not. That's good. Um, Seem to be pretty short on labor, actually. Where's everybody at? I don't have anybody working in our thatchery either. I don't know. Be nice to get the extra 2 workers in our fishing dock so we can get some of this fish out. Looks like each time they come back, oh, they come back with 1/10. Got it. So they don't even really come back with that much. I guess they were probably busy building the weaver's workshop. Ah, good. Women work in here. I like that. I was kind of hoping they would. So have we got all of our fields planted? All the sowing is done. Great. So I can lay off all the workers. No need to have them there. I don't know what else they're going to do, but they can work on building up our fishing dock or something, I suppose. I don't see any laborers available, but in theory, that's what they could be doing. I hope. Keep my fingers crossed. Uh-oh. I feel a sneeze coming on. Get my hand hovering near that mute button. Anytime now. Is it a false alarm? I think it's going to be a false alarm. Too bad. Look at that, we got a nice little street running along the back here. Couple side streets, people going to the market and whatnot. Well, maybe I should send a trader to Bavaklava and see if we can order some food from them. I think they have flour or something like that. But we need food, and I don't want everybody to starve. The fish will be well and good, but we won't get a second fisherman thing in line for quite a while yet. Because they will have to there we go, 300, sure. They'll need to get a boat and stuff before they can even start producing fish anyway. That 20 flour, hopefully that'll be enough to get us through till spring or until fall. The ripeness starts coming up when the growth is only like halfway anyway. So we've got 12 homes. It's not bad. Quite a few of them on pause. But I don't want to unpause them until we get that food in. We really need those workers. I don't know what no laborers for the fishing dock, huh? How's that possible? Shouldn't we have a bunch of... We should have a bunch of laborers. I don't have that many jobs. I don't even have, like, most of our jobs are not even full. What are all the men doing? We have 12 men, right? Yeah. Looking for jobs. Oh, women are looking for... Women are the ones looking for jobs. All right, well, let's give them jobs there. Still have 3 women looking... yes, still 3 women looking for jobs. So how do I have 12 men employed? I have 2, 3, 5, 9, 11. Oh, and I guess 1 is the mayor, huh? 12, okay. All right, if you insist. So I have no laborers because I have everybody working like that. So I need to let some of these guys go. We do have plenty of wood and logs. But I'm not going to have enough people to work in the fishing thingy. That's for sure. Looks like we're getting some of that flour in, so at least that's good. I don't really know what do the workers do, you know what I mean? At the market. Do they carry the food somewhere else? Oh, that's right. I forgot that I have a worker here too. All right. Well, at least we're getting the food out to the people who live in the houses. And we're making good progress on these. Sure, they're not quite up to ripeness yet, but they're sort of moving along. Our weaver's workshop does not seem to have produced any textiles. I wonder why that is. Why aren't they gathering up the hemp from here? Do we need to have a worker there to like haul it? I doubt it. According to the tooltip, the workers are only used in here to sow the fields. I don't see why having a worker here would affect whether that hemp gets carried anywhere or not. Probably a lack of labor. So again, we come to the point where we just need a lot more population but we don't have the population because we don't have the food. So it boils down to like the first season, I should have planted this much food instead of planting, you know, less than half of that much food, because you need a lot of food to get through the the winter and then the following year. So I guess not the winter. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, you do go through the winter because it comes into the fall, and you make it through the winter, and you got to make it through until next fall. But we're getting a little bit of trading done, at least in this one. It seems like is the trade finished? I Hard to tell. Making reasonable progress now on the construction on our fishing dock. That'll help us get more food in. Of course, by the time this gets constructed, we're not really going to need the extra food that we're making. We're not going to be able to get additional food through the winter. Also, it really takes a lot of people to work this building. But we'll stock up extra food for the winter, and then we'll be able to use that food when we open up these new homes for people moving in. They'll be able to eat there. And then I suppose we'll set up an additional farm over here or over here. I feel like the idea is you want to kind of try to rush your population. We should have a lot of people here and a lot of idle people that would then be doing the labor, because it doesn't take a lot of people to produce food, but it will take a lot of labor to gather all that food when the time, you know what I mean, when we have a lot of food. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm gonna order some of that wheat. It's pretty cheap. Did we get in all that flour that I bought? It doesn't seems unlikely. But I don't see any more orders coming in. But our money didn't go down, right? Like import, we barely spent any money on the importing. Find it hard to believe. Again, shortage of workers is going to be a real problem. Yevin? Anyways, he's coming over to help out. Let's order some boats. Get some more people working over here in the fish dock. Nobody's starving yet, which is nice. They're getting very short on food, though. Ah, there we go. Vegetables and stuff are ripening. It's going to be tight. We're going to need to get everything from the fields into the market and then into everybody's homes. So I'm going to have to go through and lay everybody off of every job, basically, to have them focus on the fields once the fields become ripe. That seems to be the first one. Here comes our trading partner. Now we have 549, 540. Did they deliver? Doesn't look like they delivered wheat. There's another wagon coming in. They've got one wheat. All right. Let's see if it shows up in the delivery section when they show up here. Awaiting one wheat. Stored one wheat. Okay. Ah, looks like that wheat did get to the wheat mill. And now that's running, so I'm going to start laying off everybody from everywhere and sending them in to help out with the harvest. Nobody's working there. Nobody's working there. I need to keep the guy in the shed, or not the, you know what I'm saying. Market. There you go. I wanted to wait until he finished grinding what he was grinding. And now they should all be serving as laborers, and I'm going to fire her too. So there's a lot of labor to be done on these farms. People have to go in and pick all the plants. Kind of neat that they go through and they do every single one. I suppose it shouldn't be shocking or anything. What else would you expect? Should have had the farm turned maybe to the side or something. They don't really have to go that far out of the way, but I don't know how necessary it is that they get all this done before November, before winter sets in. I feel like that is an imperative, but I haven't actually seen anything rot or deteriorate or anything when it didn't get done by the time winter sets in. Fortunately, this will give us plenty of extra food, and we'll be able to focus on building up more houses. And we get these additional houses in here, that'll give us plenty of extra people working here, and we should be able to continue that cycle to build our population, because building our population is pretty important. Should be able to let each of these fields go another round. Oh, no, this wouldn't be able to do another wheat. I think it could do a wheat on here, and this one could do a potato. This one should be able to do a wheat. This one will be able to do a potato. Can't change during, okay, so those ones need to be finished up with the harvesting. And then all these fields will need to be left fallow after this, but we'll build another farm and switch it over. I'm not sure how long they need to be left fallow. Hopefully 2 seasons. 2 years would be enough to replenish them. If not, you know, we can set up a third farm. It's not a big deal. We have plenty of space. We get cattle, turning these over to cattle farms, cattle pens. Anyways, that will help them. And we could turn them to hemp as well, especially now that we have a weaver. Now we can, well, let's wait until they get all everything hauled inside before I start activating all the different tasks for them to be doing, the house building basically. And wood cutting and thatching are going to be important also. I'm going to turn back on the fishing now that we've got everything harvested. Nope. Did not really mean to do that. One won't hurt though. There we go. Still plenty of laborers here. Looks like we're going to get everything in. Should be pretty close to the beginning of October, or end of October, when we get all of the stuff hauled in. Surprised the paths haven't been worn into the fields here, into the grass, considering how much the paths have been worn into the grass over here. But it could be a matter of not using carts. I don't know how I would tell anybody to use a cart, but all right, nice progress, everybody. And we have plenty of stuff that we're storing up inside. So I like that. Got a little bit of wheat and potatoes awaiting. I'm not really sure what that means. That must mean that somebody is awaiting to come take it away. Still haven't gotten any of this hemp out of here. So what were the women doing over here? All right, I can turn on the rest of the jobs now. Get people working in there again. There. Got somebody doing boats. Got our new fishing thing turned on. And we can unpause all of these. Soon we will turn off the fishing because the lakes and stuff will be frozen up. But until then, we do want to try to get our boats done if we can. Oh, I do still have the one worker here in the market. That's fine. Oh, men. Why would I have men working here in the weaver's workshop? I want women working in here. There we go. That guy's very determined to weave. Nice. All right. Thank you, ladies. Since women don't seem to want to do fishing, and they don't seem to want to be laborers. Some of them will labor. No, they won't, will they? It's frustrating. We'll have a bunch of men pop up once the fish gets good shape, though. There we go. And there's a woman working in here, which is good. Need it. Can we sell textiles directly? We can't. We need to make them into clothing, which we'll be able to do next year. I got a little carried away on that. We would probably be better with the carpenter to be able to make plows and carts and all those things. Help get things around a little faster. Maybe putting a granary in over here, moving the market to here. Although having a granary over here would be kind of pointless considering how close the farm is and the stuff is stored automatically at the farm. Here comes November. Gonna go ahead and lay any of those fellas off. This guy can get out of that job. And here, once that water freezes up, what happens to the boats? Do they just automatically return when the winter comes in? I'm sure they don't get stuck out on the water. Oh, or do they just come back at the perfect time? Wow, good timing, guys. There we are. Nobody works here anymore. Means they should be able to get production done a little faster. We have more wood than the production limit. I'm not complaining, but I thought that that meant we couldn't make any more wood once we hit that production limit. Must be wrong. Need somebody in here grinding wheat. Oh, that's funny. So the guy actually comes out and turns the building himself to get it to face into the wind. Interesting. Huh. I mean, I'm sure that's like realistic and stuff, but it is kind of funny. I like that actually. All right, plenty of food. So we're in really good shape. And I found out during the stream that people will move into these homes as they get built. They'll move in even during the winter. So, you know, they'll be able to get their own food and all those things. No workers here, of course. There shouldn't be. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're still having fun. I believe we have averted disaster. I was a little concerned over the last couple of episodes that we were not going to have enough food, but we somehow managed to scrape by. Nobody really seems to have a whole lot of food in their homes, but they are not out of food in their homes, and it's, you know, it's the important thing. They do need to get more, but we've got food in the market stall, so it's being sent out that way. A little bit of food stored still in the dock, and of course a ton of food stored over at the farm. I suppose we could open up another market stall maybe. That might help get the food out a little faster. What does this do? Just hay storage, okay, which is for the animals, so it's not like I need it for my people. There we go. Put in a market stall here and have somebody work there. Great, another spot for the ladies. And we can set the resource supply laborers by hands and cart. Great. And that's going to have potatoes, flour, and fish. Good. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Click that like button if you enjoyed this episode, and leave a comment if you would like to do that as well. I am having a lot of fun. I think I'm going to go ahead and let the game run until we get these homes built and maybe spring comes around. And then we'll come back and see how things are looking. Start maybe getting some clothing made and look at a furniture shop. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye.